Right, day 115, and I am in Lakeland, and look, I've been looking forward to this day for a fair amount of time because it's essentially the start of the home straight. It's a very long home straight, but essentially what I'm looking at here is the Peninsula Development Road is what it's called. It essentially goes to Weipa, and it is some of the longest and straightest roads in the world. It's just hundreds of kilometres worth of sort of straight road in sections, and but it's all pretty much the one road, apart from when you get to roughly where Weipa is. That's on the west coast of the peninsula, about halfway up. It curves off, and this road actually goes to Weipa, and I'll take the turn off at that point onto what's called the old telegraph track, and it's just as dead straight, if not straighter. And it just keeps on going up the spine of the peninsula all the way to the top. And on the old telegraph track, that's when I'll start encountering a lot of creeks again and stuff like that, because they didn't really aim to avoid the creeks and go up in higher land. They just went straight. So crosses lots of stuff. And it's funny, I looked forward to this day for a fair while because I knew it was sort of the start of the adventure, or the section that was just mind-boggling. I encourage you, if you haven't already, go have a look on Google Maps or something like that. Just zoom in on the peninsula of Cape York and see what you can find. See if you can find anything at all. You have to go in a long way before you'll see this road that I'm talking about. Let alone, you'll never see the roadhouses that I'm talking about. You'll find the towns if you zoom in the right places and stuff like that, but it required a lot of research. And it's funny, when I actually set off, I didn't know how to tackle the Cape. It was a very funny interview I had one morning. It was one of the first interviews on radio with Ross Solly for breakfast. He said to me at one point, "So are there any sections that you can't go through, that you can't just get there?" Because the whole solo aspect, no assistance, no support crew, no water when I need it. He said, "Is there any sections you can't get to?" And it was funny. I looked at him and I said, "Look, I haven't fully done." I'm stupidly honest sometimes. I'm just foolishly honest, but I just gave a straight answer. "Look, I haven't done all my research, but it's a work in progress, and I'll work it out along the way." And you should have seen the look on his face when he paused for a moment, and his eyes went up from his desk doing like all this stuff, like sort of managing everything as a radio presenter, to staring at the presenter behind me, through some double glazed glass, soundproof kind of. And there's just this look on his face of, who is this guy that you've got in the studio here? Like, is he mad? Is he completely, talking trash? Does he actually know anything about what he's doing? And it was funny, because later on, see, I knew what I was doing, so I was confident to just say whatever I wanted. But later on, I was having a chat with a guy who used to be my housemaster at school, and exchanging emails. And this is a couple of months after, but he remembered that interview, and he said it was funny because he noticed that pause, and he said he thought it was very funny that Ross Solly had then first encountered the Carron-Arthur belief, "I can do anything." And it said he took him a little while to get used to, but after he had both me and my brother through the house over a number of years, he kind of came to understand that we kind of had this attitude that it didn't matter, just set out, sort of work things out as you go. But if you've got a goal and you want to achieve that, nothing's going to get in the way of Carron-Arthur in achieving it. It was funny, and I don't know, I liked hearing that from him, that from his perspective he had faith in me because he'd met me, but he thought it was quite funny in that moment of silence that was Ross Solly encountering an attitude that he possibly hadn't encountered before. But anyway, yeah. This guy, John Klein, my housemaster, he went on and said some other nice things about me as well, which have only started to sort of really dawn on me. And like when I left school, what's it called? I don't know, at the farewell dinner, the valedictory dinner, there's a short segment about each student about me. He said, looking forward to seeing the impact that Brad makes on the world at a large scale. And at the time I was like, yeah, right, get off it. Thanks, great compliment. I didn't really think much of it, didn't ever have any plans, but I think sometimes the people that support you through your life can see things in you that you don't necessarily see. And now here I am at the start of the section that I didn't even know whether it was possible or not, and but still wanting to do something, wanting to make a difference even, to the charity and whatnot, making an impact. And I don't know, he saw that, so in a way I was trying to get around to saying I want to do this section for all those people who believed in me over the years or saw things, and yeah, it's only starting to dawn on me, and so thank you for all your support and encouragement over the years, and so this one's for you. Okay, I'm going to show you this view one more time because I think it's particularly stunning. Anyway, there's all sorts of awesome mountains in the background there, they're all around us. And I'm going to have a rest tomorrow because I've been running for 7 days straight, and I just need to recoup, and and then I'll be organised. So yeah, it's just kind of like this. This is Lakeland. All right, catch you tomorrow.